Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is JRF Ria. As you know that this is a series of literary groups and movements for those students who are in their graduation or post-graduation or who are preparing for UGC NET English Literature exam. So I have already completed 2 videos of that series. So if you have not yet checked the videos and then I have already pin it in my description, so you can go and check it. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, so it's time to go and subscribe to my channel so that whenever I will post any kind of video, you will get the notification first. Now the thing is that for just a recapitulation, I will mention only 3 groups that I have covered in my last video, and those 3 groups are like Son of Ben, and then metaphysical poets, and also cavalier poets. Now in this group I will complete the 4 groups, okay, that come under Enlightenment age, okay, and I segregated those groups in Enlightenment age for my own convenience. You cannot even mention the age, but yeah, so that is how I made it. So number 1 group that came under Enlightenment age is Commedia dell'arte. Now you must be asking that Commedia dell'arte that came in 16th century. Yes, that came in 16th century, but it got flourished in 18th century in England, and the origin of Commedia dell'arte is Italy. And the main features of Commedia dell'arte are, the characters of these comedies are presented in such a situation where the situation itself makes us laugh. And for example, if you watch a film like Akshay Kumar, and whose film is Khatta Meetha, so if you will see that there are many situations when the characters are making us laugh even without pointing one single sentence from their mouth. Okay, for example, like sometimes we also laugh like by seeing the characters gestures and also facial expression. So that comes under the features of Commedia dell'arte. Now the second feature is stock character. Now what are those stock characters? Stock characters are those characters that shares the same common characteristics. For example, Ramu Kaka. Ramu Kaka is such a character where you can find the same characteristics. For example, he will be very generous. For example, he will be very kind, very helpful, and who is always ready to help his family in their dangerous situation. So that kind of characters are called stock characters. For example, the maid servant of the house, or the fat boy in the house who keeps eating and makes us laugh. So that are the characters, stock characters that come during Commedia dell'arte. Now the second group is Kit Kat Club. Now before jumping to the club, we must understand that there were 2 political parties in England at the time of 18th century. And who were those political parties? Number 1 was Whig and number 2 was Tory. Now who were Whig parties? Whig party was actually associated with the common people. Okay, those common people used to discuss their political issues in that club. So their political issues among themselves. So they established the club called as Kit Kat Club, and Kit Kat actually derived from a dish of that club. And the Kit Kat Club, like contributed many literary works, okay, at that time. And among the famous members of Kit Kat Club were like Joseph Adission, Richard Steele, and William Congrave. Now the second group of that age was like the Scriblerus Club. What is Scriblerus Club? Actually, that were associated with the Tory party. And Tory party came into being in England from 18th century, and actually it was all the parties, all the members, those who supported the royalist families or the aristocrats. And the famous members of that club were like Alexander Pope, Jonathan Swift, and Dr. Alburtnot, John Gay. These were the famous literary figures that were associated with Scriblerus Club. Now, the most famous work of Scriblerus Club is Dancier, Alexander Pope, and one work was also there that was 3 hours after a marriage, that were written associately by all the four writers of that club. Now the fourth group is graveyard poets. You must have heard this word graveyard poets, and these poets are also known as churchyard poet. And graveyard poets used the theme of death and how death has impacted in our life or in our world. Now death also symbolizes the grave, as you know. So these are the main features of graveyard poets, and among the most famous graveyard poets were Thomas Graves and Parnel, very famous graveyard poets. So if you have not yet read about those poets, then go and read. And now like just for revision, we have to remember all the four groups. And what are those four groups that come under 18th century? Number 1, that was Commedia dell'arte. Number 2, Kit Kat Club. Number 3, Scriblerus Club. And number 4 is graveyards. So this is all about my videos. So if you like the videos and if you find any kind of helpful information in this video, then please like the video and subscribe, and thank you, and work hard, it will definitely get challenged. Bye bye.